dare you.
You ever meet somebody that's like, oh, I'm called by God, so I know everything about your life, right? Oh, you got this problem in your life, and let me tell you how it came into your life. Let me show you. Either you did this, or your parents did that, and that's why you're in the situation that you're in right now. Jesus calls them to be fishers of people, and the very first thing that they do when they walk into this place is they judge someone else. The very first thing that they do is look at somebody, and they know that they're supposed to bring people into the presence of God, and instead, right, they try to mean girl this dude.
Yeah.
They try to gossip about him, right? They try to look at him and be like, hey, Jesus, look, check out that dude over there. Who sinned? Him or his parents? What's wrong with him, right? But how many times do we do that in our life? How many times have you looked at a homeless person begging for money at the on-ramp or the off-ramp of a freeway, and you thought, man, what did that person do to get themselves into that situation? Did you think for a second that maybe God was calling you to fish for people? You ever look at somebody maybe on campus, right? Some of you guys are in college. Maybe you look on campus and you see somebody and they're like way out there, right? Like there's some people you're like, they meet you and they're like, hi, I'm a Satanist. You know, you're like, whoa, okay, right? Like, all right, you know, like, but they're way out there, right? And you're just kind of like, I don't know how you got the way you got, but bro, I do not have time because you got sin all over you, bro. And so you judge, right? You look at them and you think like, okay, if they're a Satanist, either there's a demonic spirit that I do not want to deal with, right? Or this fool is crazy, right? Like mentally he's not all there, and so what do? You try to avoid, don't you? You try to talk about people with no intention to help them meet Jesus. You talk about people with no intention for them to meet Jesus. So let me ask you, when was the last time you talked to someone and not about someone with the intention to bring them to Jesus? When's the last time? When's the last time you really went to somebody and your thought process was, you know what, I don't really like you, so I'm going to help bring you to Jesus? Or was it, I don't really like you, so I don't want to be around you?
Yeah.
Right? Judgmental, dogmatic, right? Okay, and let's be honest, right? The way the church acts. Let's be honest, right? We see people and we're like, oh, not that guy again, right? You guys all know those people that come to church. They come to the altar every Sunday, right? And you're like, dang, you got that many problems, you got to come to the altar every Sunday, right? But maybe God is saying, yeah, they're a better example than you. I don't ever see you at the altar.
That's right.
How often do we meet people to bring them to Jesus?